Donald Trump's second presidency reaches the 100-day mark today. His critics say it's been the worst start of any president in modern times, upending world trade and the global geopolitical order.
From this day forward, it's going to be only America first.
From the outset, Mr. Trump vowed to advance his campaign agenda, promising a new golden age for the country. He used his power through dozens of executive orders that have rewarded allies, challenged the judicial system, threatened the independence of universities and the media, and sent markets tumbling when he levied tariffs against almost every country.
The first 100 days have been massively disruptive, right? There's been this has been a period of kind of more breaking than fixing. I think we will remember this period for really kind of probably the most massive pivot that we've seen in the United States in terms of both the government and our position more globally.
Flanked by the world's richest person, Elon Musk, who was enlisted to cut government waste, Mr. Trump has slashed tens of thousands of jobs, renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, ordered the closure of diversity, equity and inclusion programs, reduced foreign aid and expressed a desire to take control of Greenland, the Panama Canal and even Canada. The president has also clamped down on immigration, using a 1798 law to deport migrants to an El Salvador prison against a judge's order. Donald Trump's on and off again across-the-board tariffs have also caused panic in global financial markets, wiping trillions of dollars off the value of stocks. Beijing has stood firm, downplaying the impact of combined duties of 145% on imports from China.
They make up bargaining chips out of thin air, bully, and go back on their words, which makes everyone see one thing more and more clearly. That is, the so-called reciprocal tariffs severely go against historical trends and economic laws, impact international trade rules and orders, and seriously impair the legitimate rights and interests of countries. It's a typical unilateral bullying practice that harms oneself and others, is unpopular, and is bound to end in failure.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards.
There were extraordinary scenes at the White House in February when the US and Ukrainian leaders clashed. During his campaign, Mr. Trump vowed to end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. Since he took power, he surprised allies by directly engaging with Russia. Ultimately, the US has been unable to get both sides to agree to a permanent peace deal.
I think he is genuine when he says he wants this terrible war to end in Ukraine, but it is wrapped up in the first term, in the Russiagate investigations, and in the impeachment, which involved a phone call to Zelensky. And so, I think there's this real ingrained hostility there, quite separate from the issue of who started this conflict and who's to blame. I think the personalities are just not conducive.
We will do a job with it too. We'll own it and be responsible.
Another extraordinary position was the war in Gaza. The president stated he wanted the US to take over and rebuild the territory, displacing Palestinians. Across the Middle East, he's hardened his stance against Iran and mounted attacks against Yemen's Houthi-backed rebels to protect shipping in the Red Sea. The 100-day milestone is typically a time to reflect on the president's actions and see how voters feel about their choice. Just 40% of Americans approve of Donald Trump's job performance, according to a poll by Pew. That's down by 7% since February. He still enjoys widespread support from his base, even as Americans face higher prices due to the tariff policy.
I'm so overwhelmed for all the things that he's doing that I don't know. It's like a movie. It's energy, it's a good thing. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like what he's doing. To be honest with you, I don't think it's not that they don't like what he's doing. They have this hatred